Well, I was kind of just going for it in this one, and you're going to see what I'm talking about here shortly. But we do have some good stuff to go over in this, so go grab a coffee, Gatorade, bottle of water, and we're going to do this. I'm also going to say if you guys are not in our community yet, don't know why you're not in it, that's going to be in the pinned comment. A lot of good stuff in there, especially if you're maybe thinking about taking things a little bit more seriously. You can talk with me, other high level members. Also, you can tap the like, and let's get right into this. Now, this one's going to run for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's not going to be super long, but we do have, like I said, some good spots and kind of a bigger one towards the end. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But really, the way I approach playing, I've been doing this for literally 2 decades at this point, and I play a few times a week. Mid stakes, and I don't use GTO. I don't play like an ABC style. Really, the way I approach this is just exploiting opponents at the table. And, if I think somebody's weak, then I'm going to go for it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm going to have it. Other times I'm not going to have it. But I do approach this the way I approach it. And, it is what it is, right? And you're going to see some stuff in this one. But let's take a look at some of the players at the table. Player 2 doing pretty good here. And then we got player 1 doing pretty good. So those two guys kind of doing their thing here. And, we're just kind of getting into this, getting a feel for the players at the table. All right, anyways, all hearts on this board. We did have the 7, we did have the 7. But, I was never playing this garbage. All right, check, check. It looks like this one's just going to go check, check. Wow, look at that. Player 4, you're going for it, man. That's what you're going to do. All right, so the hearts got there. We were blocking this, though, with the 7 of hearts. And let's see what happened. Not a whole lot of anything right there. Okay, anyways. All right, we had an ace-10 here in the big offsuit. Ace, I say this a lot, but like ace-10 offsuit and ace-jack offsuit, really two of the trickiest hands to play. You know what I'm saying? When they're suited, it's completely different, but when they're offsuit, they can be tricky. All right, anyways, I'm just going to make a call here, and not the flop we wanted to see. We got all clubs out there, not really doing anything for us. We did hit the ace on the turn, though, so I'm feeling pretty good about that, but we still got to worry about the clubs. Didn't get there. I played this one very passive, guys. I should have gone for some thin value here on the river. I didn't. It is what it is. And I don't know if he would have made a call anyways, if I would have put something out. Kind of looked like he was going to fold that no matter what. All right, next time we got a queen 3 offsuit. Going to be, definitely going to be folding this. I'm not playing this one. No, sir. No, sir, we are not playing this queen 3 offsuit. Okay, player 4 kicked it up here to the 40 piece. Going to come back around to player 1. And, yeah, so kind of just easing into this. But like I said, you do want to stick around to the end. I'll tell you what. You're just going to see... You're going to see something. And I'm not going to give anything away. But we have a lot of good spots before that to go over as well. All right, player 4 took that down. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. All right, 4 or 5 offsuit. We have a monster right here. Now, I did open this. We are on the button. Everybody folded. I kind of noticed everyone was playing pretty tight, too. So I kicked it up to the 1750 piece. It's going to come back around to player 2. Who's just going to give it up, and we're going to take down the blinds, which I was totally fine with, Everyone wants to fold. That's fine. Now look at this. We got the 4 or 5 suited. Okay, now we have a monster right here, huh? All right, same play, kicking up to the 1750 piece, and check this out. Player 2, I had this feeling player 2 is kind of just getting sick of me because we kind of did this back to back. So instead of just calling him, check this play out, right? Ooh, look at that. Now, I'll tell you what, that was more of just like a gut instinct play. I think that if he had like a real hand, he probably wouldn't have kicked it up to 60, the 60 piece. More like a 45-ish piece chicken nug, you know what I mean? I don't know, I just wasn't buying it, and guess what? I was right. He folded it basically instantly, so, he didn't have anything. Anyways, and that was just like, that was one of those instinct plays, when you can see somebody's probably just like, you know, kind of getting tired of, you know, maybe just raising it up or whatever. And yeah, we took it down. I thought that was pretty nice. All right. Anyways, getting back to it. Yeah, I can't really play that 2-6 suited. It's one of those hands that I never play. I do play some 2-3 suiteds though, even though I shouldn't really get involved with those too often. And here we go. We got the Doyle Brunson. R.I.P. to Doyle. We got the Doyle Brunson right here. Okay. It's hearts too. I like the. Okay, so if I do get the Doyle Brunson, I do like when it's hearts or spades. Okay, I do prefer those two when I have this hand. So, and you know what? We are gonna make a play at this. I mean, we got to do it for Doyle. Okay. All right, player five's gonna raise it up, and you know, obviously, small blind, big blind, they could have anything, right? So I couldn't just call here. I got to show some respect, right, to Doyle. So kicked it up to 45. The 45 piece, player 5 folded it pretty quick, and yeah, we're kind of just doing our thing here for the most part. All right, so we got a king 8 suited. All right, so starting to see some okay hands. I don't think we've really had a whole lot of anything this entire time yet. It's kind of just been like, you know, make your own luck. All right, but I should be seeing a flop with this as long as player 4 didn't kick this up. I'm trying to remember. And, you know, he did. A little bit trickier to play this. I was leaning towards fold, and I think I ended up folding this, yeah. Folding's the right play there, especially if you look at a chart, it is, but, you know, a part of me really wanted to make that call. Now, if that was an ace 8 suited, not a king 8 suited, then yeah, I'm definitely making the call there. But it was a good thing I folded because look at player 2 is going to kick it up here. Putting this, I think, hand to an end, player 4 gave it up, and, you know, whatever. That one ended. Okay, we're making some progress here. All right, aces. Okay, our first big hand. All right, we'll take this. All right, so we got aces. Just really hoping somebody's got something, anything. All right, so not looking so good for us so far. I'm going to kick this up to, you know, 1250. Pretty, or I'm sorry, went for the 1750 piece. Button open here. Standard play. You know what it is. Really just hoping somebody raises us, but I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet. You know, I kind of want to get my hopes up. I mean, who wouldn't? All right, so I think player 2 is going to defend here. I was thinking he might actually go for, I mean, he was kind of getting tired of us, I could tell. You know, we were opening a lot, playing a lot of hands in this one. But he's going to end up just making a call here, and we're going to take a flop. Okay, and pretty safe board. I mean, not a whole lot there at all, you know. And I decided to get a little sneaky with this, okay? All right, turn card was a 6. It just felt like if I would have continued on the flop against this guy, you know, I was basically trying to get a little tricky, but he wasn't taking the bait, you know, so it is what it is. All right, river card was a 10. Just hoping he's got a piece of this. I'm going to go for some thin value here. Maybe I went for a pot size. I don't even remember. Let's see. I did. A part of me was kind of just hoping he has anything. I mean, you could even see a pair of 3s making this call, honestly, just the way the hand, you know, went. But he's going to think about it here. Pocket aces. All right, we got absolutely nothing out of that, which was very sad. You know, I think I shed a tear or two right there because that was just kind of like, come on, man, nothing. All right, well, whatever. We progress. All right, so far, so what we've seen in this one, being very aggressive. I've been throwing a lot of bluffs out there, mixing things up, as I like to say and I like to do. And yeah, of course, as we're still making our way, I'll say this one more time. If you guys are not in the community yet, you got to get in it, man. It's going to be in the pinned comment. It is, just do it. Just do it. All right. Anyways, would have paired the 4 here. The 4-3 off. You know, I'm playing that garbage. Okay, here we go. All right, next time we had an ace queen. Player 1 was kind of timing out, so I kind of cut through that noise a little bit. And yeah, we got a big bluff coming up right after this. A couple big bluffs. All right, nothing right there. But we had I think a queen 10 next coming up here. Offsuit. Just going for the bluffs in this, I'll tell you what. Just kind of feeling it. That's all I can say. Okay, back to it. Same thing when we had the Doyle, the 210. I'm going to kick it up to the 45 piece. It's going to come back to player 5. He's going to defend this time. I think he was probably just like, dude. All right, really good board to continue here. And instead of just continuing, I just was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get you off this right now. You know? I know he doesn't have a 3. I mean, I guess it's possible he could have been repping a 7, maybe like I don't know, maybe like an 8-7 suited or 9-7 suited or something, but whatever. The play worked, we got him off it, and guess what? We got another one to go through right there. All right, the 2-7. The 2-7 game is not active. We are just going to fold this, get rid of it, and we are making our way to really the pivotal moment of this, you know, entire one here is going to be coming up. All right, back to player 1. All right, player 3, player 1. Okay, and guess what? We made it. So if you guys were still with me here, pat yourselves on the back because we got the 4-7 suited. And you know what? When you get a 4-7 suited, you got to open with it, right? Okay, clearly you don't. But, you know, I like to mix things up, right? I like to stay unpredictable at the table. That's, like I said, how I approach this. However, in this case, it's not going to be the way I planned it, okay? That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to give anything away. Right back to player 2, who, like we've kind of noticed, he's kind of just been getting sick of us a little bit. I was definitely open raising quite a bit in this. Like, I mean, quite a bit. And me saying that's kind of an understatement. So we're going to kick it up to the 42-50 piece. You know, of course, we're going to call here. He could be doing this with a lot of ace-kings. A lot of ace-queen suiteds, mid-pocket pairs are in the mix as well. And our 4-7 suited is kind of disguised, right? You know, so I just kind of figured let's make a call with it. We're deep in this too, you know, anything's possible. And, you know, this could be a make or break moment for us, you know, if things go our way. So didn't even hesitate. I made the call. We were up a little bit too. Not a bad flop. Couple of reasons. We've got runner diamonds. We could also hit the 5 for the sneakiest straight I've ever seen if it does catch on the turn right. Player 2 is going to continue with a 30 piece, kind of small. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking like, is this like I'm kind of scared, you know, continuation. Now, I raised it here to the 61 piece, just to kind of get a feel for where he was at, okay? Now, if he has, like, ace-queen or, like, king-queen, I would expect him to call here. But he is going to call, all right? Don't know what he's got. He could also have some mid-pocket pairs as well. Turn card was a 9. Really, only way we could take this down was to go for... Or, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We have to be repping something big here to make this play. Now I'm just, basically praying he doesn't have anything, right? Or he's thinking maybe he's beat. I'll tell you what, this play was not, I mean, if I could go back, I would obviously not do it. He had kings almost like slow playing us, and we took a tough one, guys. But hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.